Good morning, and thank you for tuning in to another installment on this day. Today is Monday, December 29th, 2025. Only a few more days left in this year. I'm Christy, and I'll be your guide to the past, the present, the unusual, among other things. So keep your arms and legs inside the ride at all times. And let's get this party started. Yeah, I know I changed it up a little bit. Come see, come saw. Anywho's, for our first traverse in time to 1956, when the amazing, my opinion, Elvis Presley made chart history by having 10 simultaneous singles on Billboard Hot 100, then the Billboard called Top 10. An astonishing feat even now. At the end of the year, Billboard reported that the rock and roll star had placed more songs in the U.S. Top 100 than any artist since records were first charted. Among them were number one hits Heartbreak Hotel, Hound Dog, Don't Be Cruel, and Love Me Tender. In 2012, Adele's 21 overtook Oasis's What's the Story Morning Glory to become UK's fourth biggest selling album of all time. The feat also gave Adele the best selling album of all time by a solo artist in the UK. While 21's 23-week run at the top of the chart is the longest by a female solo artist. In the US, it became the best performing Billboard 200 album of all time, holding the number one spot for 24 weeks. Longer than any other album since 1985, and the longest by far by a female artist in chart history. I missed a lot there. Sorry about that. In 1966, at London's Abbey Road Studios, Paul McCartney began work on a new song, Penny Lane. When it came to the sound of the tune, McCartney found inspiration from the Beach Boys' new album, Pet Sounds. I feel like I'm going out of control. Okay. The lyrics, meanwhile, reference the Beatles' Liverpool roots. In 1967, I was 2 months and 10 days old. Dave Mason quit Traffic, citing creative differences. A founding member of the band, Mason rejoined halfway through sessions for Traffic in 1968's self-titled LP, after which he once again said, "Ciao," and went on to pursue solo opportunities. Shush. Yes. Excuse me. And I'm back. In 1984, supergroup's Band Aid topped the UK chart with the benefit single, Do They Know It's Christmas? Across the Atlantic, in a rather interesting dichotomy, Madonna had the number one song with Like a Virgin. That's definitely a dichotomy. No, I am not sponsored by Coke. I'm just drinking one. God, that was so stupid. Lastly, in 1980, American singer-songwriter Tim Hardin died at the age of 39. The folk and blues artist wrote a number of songs that became famous in the hands of other artists, including If I Were a Carpenter and Reason to Believe. Let's take a trip to find facts with factoids. Today is officially Pepper Pot Day, as well as TikTok Day. Not TikTok the app, but TikTok. Yeah, a clock. I think y'all got that. On this day, it doesn't say what year. The fourth James Bond film, Thunderball, had its UK premiere. It was exceptionally successful, and adjusting for modern prices, made around $1 billion. That's a lot of freaking money from a movie. Anyhow, in 2015, the Ebola epidemic in Guinea was declared by the World Health Organization. 2,500 people died over the course of 2 years. In 2013, the San Miguel volcano erupted in El Salvador. San Miguel erupted at 10:30 local time and spewed ash and smoke into the sky. Thousands of people living in a 1.9 mile or 3 kilometer radius were evacuated. There were no fatalities. That's just impressive right there. Okay, let's see. In 2002, China Shenzhou spacecraft launched its fourth and final uncrewed flight. I don't know where we keep coming up with new words, but it's driving me crazy. The final uncrewed launch, specified as Mission Shenzhou 4, was used to test the last few pieces of technology required for crewed flight, with the most critical piece of tech being a life support system. The flight test was a complete success, with no significant changes happening to the spacecraft before its crew launched. We're going to go just a little further back in time to 1996. The Guatemalan Civil War came to an end after 36 years of bloody conflict. It was fought between Guatemalan government and armed leftist groups who were supported by the nation's indigenous Maya population. Up to 200,000 people lost their lives during the war, with countless human rights atrocities conducted by the Guatemalan government. Just a minute. I should have tried to get my paper apart before. In 1965, the Supremes released, oh my goodness, My World is Empty Without You. Let's take a trip to 1940. The worst German air raid of the Blitz occurred. Over 10,000 bombs were dropped on London, including the first combustible bombs of the Blitz. That's really sad. In 1924, Peter Pan made his first on-screen appearance. The silent film of the same name was produced by Paramount Pictures and grossed $229 at the box office. That's quite a direct amount. Don't round it up or nothing. $229 couldn't be $230, yeah, never mind. Anywho's, in 1911, Sun Yat-sen was was elected for the first president of the Republic of China. In 1890, the Wounded Knee took place. The U.S. 7th Cavalry killed over 200 captive Sioux Indians at Wounded Knee, South Dakota. Many of the Indians had been disarmed when a rifle unintentionally went off, and the U.S. Army just began shooting. Sorry, Indigenous. I find this a bit amusing, but I'm weird. We already knew that, come on. Don't act like it was a surprise that I'm weird. All right. I found this a bit amusing. Back in 1852, Emma Snodgrass was arrested. Although not her first time, Emma Snodgrass was arrested in Boston for wearing pants. This was something she made a habit of doing, only to be arrested and sent back home each time. They'd really have a field day with me. Anyway, me and her would end up teaming up to be best friends. Sorry, I'm bad. In 1845, Texas became the 28th state of the to join the United States of America. Lastly, in 1835, the Treaty of Echota was signed, a treaty between the U.S. government and representatives of a minority Cherokee political faction, relinquished all of Cherokee east of the Mississippi to the United States. The treaty eventually became the legal basis for the Trail of Tears. Trail of Tears. I'm sorry, some things just do choke. I know I'm supposed to be all professional and crap like that, but some things sometimes they really choke me up. So, let's get some questions answered with trivia. Question: what is the largest state by landmass? Answer: Alaska. Question: the Great Barrier Reef is located off the coast of which country? Answer: Australia. Question: the Starry Night is a famous painting by whom? Answer: Vincent van Gogh. Bonus question: which planet is known as the Red Planet? Answer: Mars. Birthdays: 1941, Ray Thomas. 1942, Rick Danko. 1946, Marianne Faithfull. 1961, Mark Day. 1961, Jim Reed. 1966, Brian Holland. And if it was your birthday today, happy birthday to you. I hope you all had a wonderful Christmas and an awesome weekend. And I hope you all stayed safe. You can catch us here 7 days a week with Brian the Rock Stone on WCDI. And don't forget to check out the Top Rope Report every Sunday and Wednesday. Have a great day, y'all. See you on Wednesday. Ciao.